Team GB versus Team Germany. It will be David Coulthard up against Mick Schumacher.
Here's the comparison with the electric RX2 car and the petrol one that we saw just before. This one has a bit more power, round about the same weight, and faster 0 to 100 time. But I think the big difference in these two cars is that the ease of driving the electric car and how much closer you can be to the limit, because you never get anything wrong with the gears or the momentum of the engine or anything like that. So from a driver's point of view, it's much nicer you feel closer to, at least for me, my point of view, you feel closer to your own limit when you drive this car. It was quite fascinating to be able to compare the same chassis with two different drivetrains on the same day on the same track.
Yeah, must be. So do you feel you can take more risk because you're, as you say, you're more in tune, you're more at one?
It's more like you had to risk it with the petrol engine one because it was less precise and you could go faster with more precision, so it wasn't feeling as risky, just better. You could focus on the rotation, focus on your apex, focus on getting everything perfect without worrying about...
Oh, sure.
Look at that, fantastic scenes.
Great stuff.
Makes you smile, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Right, on the right-hand side of your screen, Mick Schumacher in the black, David Coulthard in the blue, and away we go. Green light, Schumacher with that inside line, Coulthard on the outside. It's 2-0 to Germany, so if Schumacher can take this victory, it will be Team Germany through to the next round in the Race of Champions Nations Cup.
He got the rear tucked up in a little bit of snow, pitched the front out, and he's in the snowbank. That's cost him a lot of time.
It's almost like bobsleigh for David Coulthard out there, and he's hit the wall again. Oh, he's gone over onto the wrong side of the track.
I wonder if there's a problem with the car. Does he have a puncture since hitting the snowbank before?
He may have. He may have. He's all over the place, David Coulthard, at the moment.
And he's on the wrong side of the track, isn't he? Or has he gone back to the right side?
No, I think he's just about made it back. And even with those huge impacts, he should be ahead by a long way. The gap, the cut that we see between the two of them.
We didn't think that track limits would be an issue for the stewards here, but it seems like they have to bring that up.
Steely determination from Mick Schumacher. Oh, lovely car control. Absolutely beautiful.
Look at all this snow that they're throwing to the outside. That will build up as the day goes on, and that will stay as like a new snowbank right outside the line. So a little bit wide there for Mick, but I think that's another brilliant run for him. He looks so good today, and two good runs. I think he will feel great right now.
That's it. Schumacher takes his second win. It's a third for Germany. They go through 3-0 over Team GB. Nothing that Jamie Chadwick can do now. But she will relish the opportunity to face up against Sebastian Vettel, who she will face in the opening round of the Race of Champions tomorrow. So she wants a little bit of track time with Sebastian Vettel to figure out how she can go about defeating the four-time Formula One world champion on the snow and ice.
Yeah, this is a bit psychological game now. And also, they will both use this run as practice because, as we spoke about before, you don't get much run time here, and you value every lap that you get. So I'm sure they will be pushing and trying to. There we go. That's why it looked weird when we went on board with him here, seeing him go right across that snowbank. So there was no puncture. He meant to do that. I actually did the same last year.
Yeah.
In the first round in the Race of Champions, the single one against Kristoffersson in this corner right here.
Of course.
I touched the rear with the snowbank with the rear, and that pitched a car over the snowbank, and I also went right back over.
And the snowbanks were much bigger last year.
They were. I would say mine one was more impressive.
You got more airtime out of it. Right, so it's Chadwick versus Vettel. This is just for pride, then, between the two of them. Team Germany through 3-0.
And also to enjoy.
Yeah.
It's a great day of racing, isn't it? Look at the sun. Sun is shining. It's a beautiful racetrack. The spectators all there. So many spectators here watching.
It's a beautiful day. and a beautiful part of the world. I think we've all fallen a little bit in love with Sweden. It's my first time here. I absolutely love it. It's just the most beautiful place. And of course...
I couldn't have said it better myself.
And the thrill and the excitement of racing action on the snow and ice. Race of Champions, Nations Cup. Team GB versus Team Germany. It's 3-0 to Germany at the moment. But now Chadwick on the outside line in the orange car. Vettel on the inside line in silver. These two will face up against one another in the Race of Champions. Champion of Champions race tomorrow. And Chadwick keeping it quite nice and tidy. She said it's not been so difficult, actually, the changeover from driving a car on her fingertips, really, as she's used to in a single-seater, to getting into a car and having to flick it around. She's really enjoying
she's
being
done,
able to
she's done a couple of races in Extreme E, and I think being impressive there. It's not many drivers who can do both. Yeah. There's not many drivers who can, you know, go from that precision to that feeling. Everyone needs to do it here today, and Jamie, I think, proved already in Extreme E that she's able to switch between the disciplines.
So the gap is around, so we're looking for around 5 seconds. It is just over 5 seconds, the gap. So Vettel with a little bit of work to do on the second half of his run. Jamie Chadwick's doing a beautiful job out there right now.
Yeah. Just trying to look for exactly the lines they're choosing and seeing how it might get more important to stay clean. We've been speaking about this aggression, and that works as long as you don't get your rear end caught in this snow dust on the outside, because as we saw for David just now, it can get your car rotate the wrong way. So as the race goes by, it might be easier to make mistakes.
This is going to be tight, I think, through the final corner for Chadwick, and it should actually be an easy win for her in the end. Wonderful drive from Jamie Chadwick, and if she drives like that tomorrow, she'll knock Vettel out.
She did look a little bit cleaner and closer to the apexes. Seb was a bit more rotating the car. I think they both looked good, but in the end, Jamie came out first. Brilliant run.
I was with Jamie when they made the draw for Race of Champions. I said, do you want to know who you've got? And when I told her it was Sebastian Vettel, she was delighted. She said, yes, you know, I've got an opportunity to try and knock Seb out. She's got the measure of him today. How will she fare against him tomorrow? Team GB will go no further in the Nations Cup. Team Germany winning this one 3-1, but that final victory for Jamie Chadwick will give her a lot of confidence going into tomorrow for her matchup against Sebastian Vettel. She's beaten him today.
She will sleep well tonight. She will be happy with this.
Brilliant run. Brilliant run.
And Seb gets to continue racing.
Yes, he's going to have a few more races to get the measure of the cars and the track here. As you say, without any practice, it's all experience, it's all track time. Yeah. Something that Jamie and DC won't get anymore. Neither will Mika Häkkinen and Valtteri Bottas. Team Finland and Team GB are knocked out at the first hurdle then here at Race of Champions Nations Cup